Hey there, it's Raven Scry here today to offer another crypto reading. This one is offered by Sandra, so thank you, Sandra. And the three coins that she selected are Aptos, Shrapnel, and Vanar. So before we start, of course, this is not financial advice. This is just to check in to the energy of the projects, and just to connect with whatever spirit wishes to share. And they are very short readings, so there's only so much that can come through. And often in readings, it's like there is levels and layers to be engaged with, and as you engage with these layers, it's like you move further and deeper into what you're reading. Sometimes it feels a bit like you're giving someone a massage, and they're very tight, but as you massage them, they become looser and looser. So these 5-minute quick readings only give you just a small little snippet of what there is there. But I hope you enjoy them anyway, and certainly we can look deeper into some of the other projects. There is so many projects flying everywhere, and I've been doing so many readings about so many different ones, and some of them are just, I'm just not, don't like them much at all. Spirit's like, walks in the other direction, whereas some have these very big, buoyant energies. So, it's so different. The coins are so different, and they've got personalities of their own. But anyway, back to the reading. I'm going to share this one with you, and I hope that you enjoy it. The first coin that you've selected is Aptos. Now, in resonance of this project, I just feel like I'm feeling like a hum, a hum around this. It's like, I can feel this resonating energy coming from Aptos. Now, it's interesting because it's like it's opening up the space. It's like as it hums, it's like something is opening, and it's like something was closed. And the way that I'm being shown it, it's like some sort of a round ball-like shape that opens, almost like a flower. Like the petals open, but it's expanding. As the energy is going along, there's this expansion here, and there's this quite a nice feeling in my heart around this one. It's like there's a gentle movement, but it feels very graceful in the way that it's coming through. Okay, now I'm going to ask Spirit, what they've got to share around Aptos. Now, they're impressing upon me, positive energy. There's, it's like quite a nice movement that it does. And I want to say, it has this gliding element that is with the project. It's like a lot of these crypto projects that I'm reading, almost don't have an energy to them. It's like, it's very strange. It's like there's not a lot of energy with them. But with Aptos, there is this resonating feeling with it that is moving out, and it feels like it's got this glide. Now, I also feel like there's quite a large abundance here with this project. There is an abundant energy here with it also, in the way that they show this. Now, I'm just going to ask Spirit, as we move further into 2024 and into 2025, what the trajectory of this project, Aptos, is going to be like. They're talking about fire sale, okay, and in regards to fire sale, Spirit, do you mean now? It's almost like in the way that it feels, it's like it's at quite cheap prices, but I also get this sense that it may get a little bit cheaper from where it is now, and it's like fire sale they speak of. So, within them saying that often means that it's a good price for where it's going to end up. And so within fire sale, it's like it's still got this energy behind it, this kind of this flowing, gliding energy, and I feel it very strongly in my heart. Like there's this movement here, and I feel like it's also connecting in with some other energy that is supporting it in some way. It's quite unique in the flavor of the project. Now, I'm just going to ask, okay, we'll move back to further in 2024 into 2025, the trajectory of the project Aptos, Spirit. Yeah, they're pointing up. So I feel as though it's going to, have a decent move, decent runs. I feel as though there is certainly, mirroring of the market when it is doing larger movements and whatnot, but there is this, overall, yes, thumbs up. And it's interesting because they give a thumbs up. Sometimes it's like a tick or a thumbs up or a cross. But within this, it's like the thumbs up, and they kind of push the thumb up a little bit more. So it's almost like it's pointing up to the sky in the way they show this. And they're going yes, they're saying, yes, this one's got some good moves to come. They are giving reference to sixes here too. Again, there's these sixes that come in. Now, I'm just going to ask, is there anything more that they wish to share around Aptos? They're just talking about it being very evident that it's going to move, to do some pretty amazing moves. And they just show this glide with it. It's like there is this gliding energy with it. Yeah, so feels good. Feels like it's a good, positive energy around this one. Okay, so I'm going to move along now to your second coin selection, which is Shrapnel. Okay. Oh, okay. There's a lot of chaos going on here, and interesting. Shrapnel. I'm feeling like this sort of tension in my heart. It's actually it goes straight into my solar plexus and is like pulling me down. I feel like there's a lot of energies in this that are not, how can I say it? It's not warm, it's not connected. It just feels a bit, dissonant, a bit. It's like all these different things put into the same mix, and it's like it's being shaken up into a ball of mayhem. Like is the feeling of the energy. It's like everything is being, thrown around in this mix. It feels like a messy mix is how it feels in the energy. And I just ask Spirit a little bit more around Shrapnel, the project. There's a lot of mixed response here. Like it almost feels like it's going to have a run, and there's some, decent prices of where it's at, but there's also this like yucky energy that comes with it, that is just not stable. And it's not only that it's not stable, but it feels manipulated. It feels chaotic in the way that it's moving. And it just feels too busy. There's busyness going on here. And it's like there's a lot of energies attaching to this, and it's causing it not to know what it's doing. It's like, Shrap, let's say, example of Shrap is a being that's sitting there, and there's people from all angles going, come this way, do this, what about this? There's all these agendas and there's all these connections, and Shrap is like appearing to be like a little animal that's, kind of doesn't know which direction to go in. And they're like, well, I'm confused, and it's being thrown around in this way, in the energy. It's like being thrown around. It's not clear. It's like it's got all these other energies overpowering it in the way that I'm being shown this. So I'm going to ask now, because there is this mixed energy with it. It's like Spirit kind of goes, yes, there could be movements with it, but it just shows me this energy. And I'm going to ask now, as we move further into later into 2024, into 2025 for the project Shrap. What's the trajectory like? What have they got to share around this? I'm hearing pump and dump. I don't feel like it's got a longevity in it. It moves up and then it kind of dumps. It's like it's. And I want to say too, in the way the energy feels, it's like it's been left. It's not being respected. There's no respect here, and this is the way that it's coming through. It's like being thrown around and kind of dumped. Not respected and dumped. And I'm just going to ask one more time, later into 2024, into 2025, Spirit, is there anything more that you want to say around Shrap? No, not really. There is this heaviness with it that they point out. It's very chaotic, and although they do show me some sort of light that it has within its movements at one point, it's like it almost doesn't move beyond that, is how it's coming through. And you've got to understand that this can change as the project evolves and as this, the collective energy shifts as well. But for now, it just feels chaotic, and to kind of err on the side of caution with it, because it's just kind of moving in all directions. And there's a lot of influence over it, a lot of weird energies coming into it with their own agendas in the way that this feels. Okay, I'm going to move along now to your last project, which is Vanry. I feel as though there's an excitement with this one. And it's interesting because, as I've, mentioned in previous readings, there's certain things that keep coming up, and there is this reference to a movement up, and then this kind of rounded bowl-like configuration within the chart and the movements. It's like it's building to something. Is the way that it comes through, and it's kind of moving along, rounding, and then it moves up. I feel like a lot of coins are doing this, but I feel like this is being shown for this one, Vanry. And they're saying there should be excitement around this one because it's connected to many things, and they show me it's moving into so many different areas and sectors in the way that it comes through, and they're showing me robots, so I don't know whether it's somehow integrating into AI, but they just show this robot and this connection into different areas of the space, but branching out into those. And I ask, is there anything more you wish to show around Vanry, Spirit? Show or share? They're excited about this one. They just say, I'm excited. We're excited about this one. And I ask, is there anything more that they can share around the excitement? They're talking about it splitting off from something, and then it's truly going to do well. It's like it's moving through a process, and it somehow splits from something, and then boom, off it goes, and really does well. Now I ask, okay, well, as we move further into 2024 and into 2025 for this project Vana, it's going to do very well. Of course, there's volatility here still, is what they share and show, but there's a light, there's a clearer energy that, unlike the one we just read, like Shrapnel, which was chaotic and like blah. This one has got a lighter energy. It's flowing. It's not got all this weird interconnected vibe that's pulling on it. It has a clearer, cleaner light with it. And I just ask Spirit, what more can be added in regards to its movement further along the timeline. They just keep saying, we like this one, and up. And I ask a little bit more. Give me a little bit more, Spirit. they show it mirroring. I feel as though we've already touched into this. They show it mirroring the larger market, and there being some decent volatility in there, but it has a clearer light with it. Now, in regards to you saying you like this one, Spirit, can you give me a little bit more around this? They're saying adoption into all areas. Again, they're moving me back to this thing of it moving out and being adopted in all areas. It's like it's growing and expanding into different sectors, into different areas. And I ask, well, okay, as it's doing that, Spirit, is there anything more to add here? Larger growth, and through community as well. Larger growth within community. And I'm just checking in with any last thoughts around this project, Vanry. We like this one. They give it a thumbs up. So that's exciting. Certainly quite a contrast to Shrap in the way the energy feels and where we're at on the timeline at this time. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed those readings. If you've got any thoughts about any of those projects, thoughts, news, vibes that you'd like to share around this, please pop them below. And I'll see you again soon. Raven Scry signing off.